Hey guys, welcome back to your practice. Today I'm going to show you a great warm up for your shoulders using a dowel. You could also use a broom or mop stick in your kitchen. That works great. You could also do all of these movements with a yoga strap. Now, the only difference is the strap obviously can get slack in it, so it's not going to stay taut and strong. So if you are using a yoga strap, just be mindful, keep widening your hands so you keep the strap taut, right? Okay, with that said, once you get your dowel or your strap, let's get started. Take your feet a little wider than shoulder width. You can have your fingers facing forward. You're holding the dowel, arms up, and just start by warming up the shoulders, go down and up. And I want you to notice if if you're leaning to one side or the other to accommodate the tighter shoulder. So there might be a tendency to kind of turn to one side. So notice that. You also might have one elbow that wants to bend and the other elbow is straight. So we're going to start off with both elbows straight. That being said, if your elbows are bending, you need to widen your hands. Cool. So keep your foundation otherwise even, your feet are level, your hips are, you're not leaning to the left or right. So try to make the rest of your body symmetrical so that you can really isolate the shoulders, finding some space. You might feel a stretch in your pectorals, in the biceps, maybe in the fronts of the shoulders, maybe under the armpits, maybe in the side of your waist. So just notice. Two more. And then we're going to switch it up. So I want us to now, on purpose, bend just the left elbow. So just the left elbow bends, the right elbow is completely straight. And by doing this, by doing asymmetry, we actually create more symmetry, right? Anytime you do a single leg anything or a single arm anything, by virtue of doing something that is asymmetrical, you start to find more symmetry because you figure out what side is tight, what side is short, etc., etc. Okay, let's switch. So we're just going to bend your right elbow and you're going to keep your left elbow straight. Doesn't have to be a big bend, but basically you're allowing one side to bend, the other side to stay straight. So right elbow bends, left elbow is straight. You can take the dowel all the way to your low back and back up. And then we're going to add some rotation. Let's do one more. And then we're going to add on. So you're going to move it all the way. I'll mirror you. So all the way to your right, take it back. All the way to your left and up. So like a little circle. Right, back, left, and up. Right, back, left. And just circle it around. And then we'll go the other way. So pause, go to the left, circle to the right. And you'll probably start to really feel this. I know I do. And I actually have been doing this and it's really improved my practice. I think I maybe didn't understand how powerful this tool is. Okay, so we're going to now do the same thing coming up and down through a squat. So one thing you might want to consider is putting your heels on a blanket. So we want to keep the heels down. So if you're floating your heels up, I would recommend just putting your heels on a blanket. But we're going to start just by moving like into a squat not like a deep squat, but just like a chill squat, and then taking the arms up by the ears. So it's almost like a weightlifting squat. You could turn your toes out a little bit. Great, and then we will go all the way down. And then we will start to move this all the way back and down. So you're gonna bend your knees and take the dowel to your low back and then back up. So we're not doing a full squat yet. We're still warming up to that. Let's add some rotation. Let's circle to the right, just circle one way with the knees bent, and let's go right back the other way. One more time, go to the right, and then go to the left. Beautiful. Now we will add on, and this is a time where you could put your heels on a blanket. You don't have to, but I'm gonna offer you going all the way into a yogi squat. So that's ass to grass, it's sometimes said. So it's the deepest fold of your knees and of your hips. So you're all the way down. So for a lot of folks, myself included, it can be very hard to take the dowel all the way to your low back while keeping your heels down. You might fall backwards. So again, if you need to just like lift up onto the balls of your feet, do that. If you want to put a towel under your heels, do that. Or you can keep playing with a higher squat. That's going to make this easier. And eventually you might find your full squat. Let's do a circle again. Let's go to the right and keep going. And go to the left. One more time. Good, and let's just go up and down 3 more times. Try to keep your vision up, your chest up, and your heels down. Cool. So you can move your blanket to the side, and then we're gonna utilize the dowel for a twist. So you can rest it on your upper, like traps, just on your upper shoulders. And you can turn your palms down on the dowel. Your feet are wide, and we're gonna twist left and right. Make sure you have enough space so you don't bang into anything. So just move your head with your belly button, with your chest. Nice, easy twist. You can take your vision all the way to the left, all the way to the right. You might soften your knees a bit. So we're revolving from the waist and not from the pelvis. So the pelvis is relatively stable. And then we're gonna come into a revolved fold. So you're gonna take the right hand down and the left hand up, right in the middle, and then you can look up. Leaning your head back and looking up towards your top hand. And again, trying to let the hips drop. Keep the pelvis neutral so you're twisting from your torso and not in the hips. Inhale, come up, go to the other side. Take it to the middle, in between your toes. Lean your head back and gaze up towards the top arm. Spreading your toes, finding your foundation. You can micro bend your knees. And then inhale, come up. Great, we're gonna go a little deeper. So you're gonna take the right hand all the way to the foot. Don't let that right hip knock in. This is a deep twist, deep shoulder opener. Breathe in and out. Inhale, come up, go the other way. Take your left hand all the way to that right foot. Lean your head back. You might feel this in your armpit. Keep the hips level. Good, and then inhale, come up. Great. Now, we've been holding the dowel like this, so for this last little bit, you're gonna turn your fingers the other way. So gripping underneath, fingers going up, and we're just gonna move down and up. This might feel a little strange. Just try it out. And then you're gonna take the dowel behind you, turn your fingers forward, and then take it all the way forward. So now your wrist is deeply flipped and back. So if you like this, just to find a different grip. So how your hands are placed affects how the arm is rotated in the shoulder socket. So this will just open up the shoulders in a little bit of a different way. Beautiful. Take the dowel behind you and take the dowel back in front. Grab the normal way with your fingers down. Take your arms up by your ears. Bend your knees. Move your booty back and reach forward. And then go all the way to the left and all the way to the right. And let's make a little revolution. So come up, turn, bend your knees, go down and circle around. And then go the other way. And then we'll just do a really passive stretch to finish. So we're gonna hold the dowel and it's gonna be kind of like chest width. Make sure it's stable so it's not sliding. I don't have a yoga mat. A yoga mat will be good so it doesn't slide. Walk your feet back, bend your knees, and you're really just letting your chest drop. So you're getting a stretch in shoulder flexion here, opening up the front of the chest, the triceps, and stretching your thoracic spine. Deep breaths. And then you can come out, put the other hand on top. Same thing. You can micro bend your elbows. Bring some weight into your legs. Let your chest go heavy. Maybe shake your head out. Beautiful. Thank you for joining me. I am doing a shoulder series and I'm going to do a few practices for internal and external rotation of the shoulders. We will use the dowel a little bit there and also working on the wrist. So you have more use of your stick, your dowel, and I'll see you in the next practice.